Well. Episode 30. Relentless Charlie. Fucking Charlie coughing.
Coughs into the mic. 4 seconds.
As always, brought to you by our good friends at Tony's Joint. 3 convenient locations: Essex, Kingsville, Leamington. Go in there for all your pre-rolls, flour, accessories, bongs, pipes, rolling papers, edibles, whatever you want. Just hop in there at Tony's Joint. They'll help you out there. Back in studio again with Drew, with fucking Charlie.
I want to start off by saying, like, sometimes when you're about to do something important, like, then you never think about, like, you're about to go up and do a speech. All of a sudden, you got a little knot in your throat, or like you're playing a video game that you need your hands. Like I noticed with Luke, he's playing his video game, but for some reason he needs to itch his nose every 5 seconds. I'm like, dude, you can't be itching your nose. Like you need your hands to play. Yeah. But for some reason, when you can't do something, that's the fucking one time that it like comes on. Just like as soon as you hit the 3, 2, 1, I'm like, oh, I got a cough coming. I got a cough coming. So yeah, sorry about that. But it is what it is.
So a little bit of a different look in studio. We normally have Cam with us today, but Cam,
where is he?
In the fucking hockey world.
I don't know. Where the fuck is he?
-1 on Cam.
Fucking guy, we're concerned about the guy. He's fucking passed out on his couch with his fucking dick hanging out.
We had a late start today because we're all sitting around, thinking, hey, man.
Like, today was one of those days. On the way here, me and Charlie are talking about the last episode.
Fuck. Yeah.
And I'm like talking about whatever. And I'm like, fuck, I forgot the memory cards for the show. Which means no recording.
It's our feed.
Yeah, well, we're still going live here, but
good, does that mean this SD card is full or something like that?
No, we're good.
No, we're good
back
now.
on.
Everything. See, nothing is fucking going right today so far.
The camera. There was just a glitch right there. You guys will notice the fucking camera just stopped.
Yeah,
literally,
that Cam's joke.
Nothing is going right.
Fucking Cam.
So, finish the story. I ended up messaging the beautiful Erica, Cam's wife.
Yeah.
And
what's up, girl?
After about 5-10 minutes, because she didn't answer either right away, so we're like, oh, maybe something with the baby, blah blah blah.
Because the worst thing,
the worst thing would be she would say, oh well, he left an hour ago. What, he's not there yet?
Yeah.
Then we would have got real worried. So luckily not that.
I went right to the worst. I'm like, he's dicked up. He got pulled over.
Either pulled over, and that's why he's not answering us. And we're blowing up his phone, and the cop's right there, and his little phone's lighting up.
Like, tell your idiot friends to stop fucking.
But anyways, no, she said, Erica's like, no, we're sitting on the couch. Yeah. What's going on? And then at the very same moment, we got a message from Cam saying, fuck, I fucked up, boys.
Hey,
so,
you're fired.
You got a newborn baby, things like that.
I'm just joking.
Excusable.
We love you.
Yeah.
Well, how can we fire somebody we don't pay?
Yeah.
How does that work?
He works for
we could
merch.
Just replace him, but I don't think anybody's gonna want to come here and do that for nothing.
I mean, we are a good time though.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Especially me.
So, -1 Cam. But we
Yeah.
still love you.
Yeah.
Did you guys see? Speaking of us puffing J's and everything, yeah, that's okay. I didn't want any of that.
Weed,
it's all good. It's
this
my shit. I'm lighting joints and everything, and these guys are fucking smoking them by themselves.
It's a
Not even. Not
I'm
even
hooting it.
passing
It's
them
the
to me.
fucking V
I don't
team,
care.
bro.
I got 2 over here by myself.
The
I can
V
just
team.
light
The B
up
team.
If I wanted to.
B team.
V
But
team.
anyways, speaking of smoking weed and everything,
Yeah, you can
what's
try
going
that.
what's
Put that
going
in your
on
word
with all
hole.
this shit about Snoop?
So
Like,
he apparently
did he quit smoking. Or
I don't
was
know.
it like,
Go to the Googler. You got the computer. You got the laptop beside you.
So
Go to the
everyone's
Googler.
probably seen this.
So it's all over. It was
Rumor
like
that
Snoop talking about like, oh,
Well, not Snoop. I haven't heard Snoop say it.
it was on his Instagram,
Saying
and
what?
it was on his
Oh, what?
account. It was like a picture of him smoking, and then it says something
Smoking
like,
a joint.
but no, it was like it looked like a quote, like an inspirational quote, but it said
Okay.
something like, "Please respect me during this time," something about giving up smoking or something like that. I forget the exact wording of it, and then 2 days later, it says something about he'll be smokeless, and then it like dropped a company. I didn't click the company.
Yeah.
I just assumed
Yeah.
it was some fucking.
So I seen an ad, and it looked like a barbecue type smoker type thing that was sitting in front of him.
See, I
And it
didn't
was
see
like,
that.
I'm now going smokeless. Like this must be like so. It must be.
It
some
must be
kind of
somebody
advertising
snagged
thing.
that and
Or
tried
someone's
to.
paying it. No, someone's paying him to do this to say, "Hey, I'm going smokeless."
Yeah.
To make it seem like it's weed, but really,
Yeah.
I'm not using, or even if it is cannabis, and he's using a different type of cannabis now, and he's got a promotion with this cannabis company that's trying to get rid of the smoke aspect
And that's
of
what
it.
and that's what I
vapes or whatever.
That's what I said was maybe he's
Okay, so With what it looks, by the way, he said, I'm done with all the coughing and my clothes smelling like all the sticky icky. He says, I could just hear him saying that. But then he said,
sticky icky.
So he said he's going smokeless. So he's going solo stove, fixed fire or something.
So is that a fire?
So it's pretty much the way it sounds. It's kind of like those weed.
No, are you sure it's not talking about a cooker?
Talking about cooking.
I love a good fire outside, but the smoke was too much. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so he's talking about fucking.
So he duped the whole
So
world.
he duped the whole world by saying he was going to be going smokeless.
Bro.
But literally, he's smoking weed, but he's selling a fucking smoker to
me
make
and
food,
Mike were
I
talking
think
about
is
this,
what
and I
it
said
is.
to him, I was like,
Exactly.
"There's no way he's quitting smoking weed." I'm
it's
like,
a new,
"It's something. It's a ploy to make money, or it's some shit."
Yeah. An
Snoop, you motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Snoop, you.
Yeah.
I knew you didn't have
That's
it.
the old, I'm going to quit drinking tonight.
Yeah.
But I'm
Fucking-
going to start again tomorrow type drink.
Yeah.
In a way, though.
After
that's
this
fucking
bag,
genius.
I'm gonna quit tomorrow. After this bag,
As we're on the bit of a topic of smoking and cooking, not smoking weed.
you
but-
fucking pig.
All the
but like,
burps and coughs
like
and tack.
smokers, these people who like to smoke their meat all day long. Come over, I'm smoking a brisket, and you're like, "What time are we eating?"
Bro.
Oh, 9:30 at night. But like, I honestly don't like the flavor of fucking burnt wood chips in my food.
It needs to be done correctly.
Yeah.
If you've had
Yeah.
it and you didn't like it,
Most times
you
it's
didn't
like,
have
this
it.
is way too
No,
like fucking.
yeah.
I feel like I'm biting.
You
piece
have
of
to use the
burnt bark
correct
right
wood
now.
and the correct temperature is the key.
Bro.
My,
Andy is.
But there's people I know that do
Fucking-
barbecue and stuff like that, bro, and do smoking. And
Dude.
I'd kick my baby in the eyeball.
Dude,
For
Andy,
some-
Andy
I love you,
wakes
Violet.
up at like fucking 3 a.m. to put a brisket on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
in
saying.
his
But then it's
smoker.
done. That's and like the
Yeah.
people
And
that
it's
are
done by, like, 5
hardcore.
o'clock.
People that are hardcore, they know like they have to
PM,
plan,
by
and
the
they'll
way.
be up all night long cooking shit so they can
I
eat
just feel
normal.
like the flavor to me is like too burnt.
In a
Like,
way.
and I'm one that doesn't like burnt bacon.
You're fucking
because
burnt.
of it.
I like bacon.
I'm burnt enough. I like.
I take
I
bacon
like
and
my bacon floppy and chewy.
Really?
Oh, you
I do. Not
dirtbag!
like-
you
yeah,
are
I
a
like-
fucking
You
serial
fucking
killer.
I
if
do.
you like
I
that.
hate burnt. The main reason I don't order bacon at like McDonald's or any restaurants is because if it's too crispy, it'll ruin my fucking burger.
Why?
It has to be
Because,
the
like,
crispier the
'cause
better.
The burnt, like you're eating burntness. Like I don't know.
You're fucking burntness.
If you want to chew on something, get some fucking gum.
It's not true.
Don't-
But, like, it's got to be that perfect. To me, a little
Bro.
bit past the point of like
You're
chewy.
you're a fucking serial killer for
'cause
liking
there's
your
people out
bacon.
there that eat their steaks bleeding.
Yeah, well,
So
It's not bleeding. It's not blood.
I don't
well,
want to
like,
chase
what's
my
the
meat around
difference?
the
I
plate.
like my steaks a little bit more well done, considered to a lot of people.
Yeah, me
so,
too. I like my steaks
Yeah.
actually cooked.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like all the blood and everything on my plate when I have a steak.
See, I
don't
like-
that
like-
shit.
We-
I like
I-
it like medium well.
I like a
Yeah.
nice line in the middle. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, I
nothing
would
like-
say like a good medium.
Yeah, you'd be like Katie's sister Sarah. She likes hers blue.
Oh, sorry.
You know what blue is?
Is that
It's like
barely touched?
yeah.
or-
So like when I cook, when I barbecue, I put it on.
Guys,
It's pretty
man.
much just on for like a minute. Over. It's like to me, it's like that shit's still cold in the middle.
yeah.
Sarah, you're a serial killer.
She's a murderer.
Yeah.
Chasing that shit around your plate when you
Seriously,
eat it like
she
that.
loves it.
Like what? And then you just chew for the next
No,
3 hours
it's
of your
you'd
day.
be that shit is
How does that
so
not
tender.
make you sick though?
It is so because you could eat it raw.
And because we were raised on.
You could
the
eat it
dairy,
raw. She
bitch.
likes it fucking like
Yeah. I have a.
yeah. And she and like
I'm
I said,
pretty
it's
confident
not
that
it's
people
not
around our
it's
ages,
not
like,
hard to chew.
Have really
It
good
only
immune
it gets
systems.
harder to chew as the longer you cook it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Yeah,
once
yeah,
you
that makes sense.
You know what I mean? It's soft,
yeah.
softer than
I don't know.
Cam
about,
softer.
I don't know about soft.
Cam softer.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it like that. So Snoop, that's brilliant marketing.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So that's what I
Which
said
we
it was.
all know Snoop's business motherfucker.
I said it was gonna be a
You know what I'm
ploy.
saying? He's a
Yeah.
business motherfucker. Even when he was on Trailer Park Boys, like that was strictly business. I actually
all
just
we
seen-
want to do is smoke and fuck some hoes.
Yeah. I seen a like behind the scenes newscast of like when they all went there and how crazy busy like their little town of Nova Scotia. Like they interviewed a couple of the
Yeah, it was
towns
probably
because a
nuts.
bunch of town people came out. Like, oh, Snoop's here, Tom Arnold, and fucking that other guy that no one knew. who he was.
Tom.
No.
No,
No, Tom Arnold was one.
Yeah.
And then the guy who's like, oh,
Doug Benson.
Doug Benson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking massive burnout, bro.
Yeah. But like, I didn't know who the fuck he was before he was on Trailer
Was
Park
he the
Boys.
one?
so
That, was
remember-
he the one that did the thing about the like smoking weed or whatever, where he didn't smoke weed or smoke? I don't know. He did some sort of thing
Yeah.
And it had to do with weed.
Yeah, it was Super High Me.
Yeah, that's
It was like
yeah.
Super Size Me, but he did
Super
Super High Me.
Oh,
It was
okay.
Doug Benson.
But did he do it with, or like was he smoking the
he
whole
did
time?
it.
Or
So
without?
he didn't
he, like,
smoke
smoked
for 30 days, and then he smoked for 30 days.
Oh yeah, and he's probably just annihilated when he started smoking again.
And then but he's really funny. He's really funny.
I knew he did that fucking Super High Me. I just couldn't think of the name of it.
Can you remember the last day you didn't smoke weed?
No, I was probably sick.
Okay, like
Even when I'm sick,
probably
because you were on a trip.
Yeah, but even then, like all the trips I go on, I
you
coordinate
end up
where I
meeting
can
with
buy
somebody.
weed.
Yeah.
Where
I know for a fact the last day I didn't smoke weed was when I was on a trip, and it was in Florida, and it was definitely over 10 years ago.
My wife, when we went to Vegas, we got married. It was the weekend we went to Vegas and got married. When we got there, she was a trooper, bro. We walked we walked through the ghetto, bro.
Just to
we
find
walked
weed?
to go to a dispensary because the closest one off the strip was like, but we weren't gonna take a car. We're like, fuck it, we'll walk.
Yeah, dispensaries weren't on every corner. Like Tim
Bro,
Hortons
no,
fucking back
it
then.
was far and few at this time.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't legal over here or nothing.
No.
And then
But
we
it's
fucking
Vegas.
walked through this spot, and I remember it was like over a bridge, and there was like people living under there, and there's like fire, and there's like all these homeless people everywhere. She was like,
I've heard
Jesus
about that
Christ.
place.
It's like, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
That
we
place
walked.
is insane.
We walked right through there.
That place is fucking insane. I've seen like Vice, Vice
Yeah.
on YouTube. I've seen them do fucking.
It's right off the Vegas
like murder
Strip.
documentaries
Oh,
on
man,
that.
It's
shit.
right off
shit
the
going
Vegas
in
Strip.
You walk
Yeah.
through the butthole of fucking Vegas.
Me and Katie, bro.
Like,
They call
And
it like
she
the
was-
underground caves in Vegas.
you
or
brought
whatever.
your pretty little wife
They're like
walking right
underpass.
through
She wasn't
that
my wife
fucking-
yet.
I know,
Like
but still.
I know, just
underpass
joking.
tunnels. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
Jesus.
fucked.
you
But
can't even see inside of them.
we walked. Not only did we walk through there, we walked back through there. Walking back.
Yeah.
No one
Smoking at
said. No
the
one
same
bothered
time.
us. No one
Yeah.
fucking said shit. to
Usually,
us.
as long as you fucking keep to
we
your
were
own.
chilling, and then there was like a spot where you had to walk, and it was like the way it went. It was like zigzag. You had to walk through this thing, like just the way it was.
Like,
It was like a weird
Yeah.
thing, and then it brought you back out. But when you like went towards like it zigzagged around, when you went that way, it was like there's like people sleeping on the ground. We had to like walk right next to them. Like
So was it like somewhat well lit, or was
it was lit up, but there was just people everywhere. Where
You-
it was off
you
the
went in the
strip. There was
daytime,
nothing
right?
there.
Please
it was
tell
just
me-
a section of highway. It was a section of highway, and then it was like all this shit.
Please tell me you went in the daytime.
No, it was night.
You're a fucking.
It was like
dumbass.
it started in the day. It was getting dark. By the time we went back through, it was pitch. It was night.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why you got to make one trip. You got to buy.
And that was
enough
your
while
first.
you're
We
Like,
there.
did.
as soon as you got there, like first mission is to get some.
No,
weed.
so we went there and we got there.
I would have
Well,
been my first.
technically,
Steph would have been like,
it was up there because we were like, because we were going on an adventure, right? So we're just going down the strip. So we're like, if we see something, we'll grab it. Well, then
Yeah.
we didn't see nothing.
Yeah,
So I'm like, start googling it. And I'm like, fuck,
Oh,
it's like
fuck.
yeah.
a mile over
You
there.
didn't think to like get a cab, or you couldn't, or
Or we could have, but we were like,
Yeah.
fuck it. But then once we started walking, we realized, okay, how far this shit was.
Yeah, that's funny. You didn't think to go to your like bellman and be like, I'm looking for a
Yeah.
Mary Jane.
Bro, we were already out
We're
there.
looking for Mary Jane.
I just was like, so we walked there, and I got this fucking thing. It was like, we actually got a good deal. I bought all the weed for the whole trip there at that one time. Fucking smoking gunners. Like,
Oh yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
that-
that's it. So the place that you went in, was it like an underground, no door, black?
No, this place was,
Or was
it looked kind
like
of
a
like,
regular dispensary.
yeah, it didn't,
nowadays?
it wasn't like lit up like it is now. Like dispensary weed, it was just a building with a door and had a
Dispensary
sign. Just
Yeah.
had like, it said like medical, had like a weed leaf.
Yeah.
I was.
Was
I'm
it-
trying to think. I think when we went on our honeymoon, so we went to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, man. Okay,
Ooh,
so
man.
we go there and we're there like maybe a day, and like everybody thinks like when as soon as you land there, there's people like running up to you like, oh, you want some weed, man? Like everybody thinks like that's how it is.
No.
That's not how it is.
No, you gotta
Like
know.
you know what I mean? Yeah. So we were on the resort. I think it was like the first or second day we were there, and they were like, the one guy was like, I think he was cleaning our pool. I want to say he was vacuuming
Ooh, a pool
our
boy.
pool and shit.
Ooh.
But I was just sitting out there shooting the shit with him. He was a cool guy.
Was he wearing a bikini?
No. But anyways, he was a cool guy, and then he was like, "Do you smoke?" And I was like, "Well, fucking, what do you think?" Right? He's like, "All right," or whatever. But here's the thing that I kind of did that probably set myself apart from all of the other guys that he was probably selling weed to.
You had
was
sex with him?
No. Anyways, you're a fucking idiot.
Okay, sorry.
Too.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So shut the fuck
no
up for
hair
a
on your
second.
chest?
I'm
I'm
trying
sorry.
to tell you guys. I don't want the story to last
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what, we're
So,
on a podcast.
I know.
It's okay.
But anyways, so I say to him, yeah, but he's like, well, how much do you want or whatever? I just told him I'm here for a week, so like, I don't know, a dime or so.
I'm here
right?
for a week, 6 ounces.
So anyways, so I say to him, he's like, But I was like, I don't want that shit that you're giving to all the tourists. I was like, I want the shit that you're smoking, right? Yeah. So I told him, I was like, I want the shit that you're smoking. That was my exact words to him. And of course,
you crack.
Yeah, and of course, Hey, then he's like, well, that's a little extra. Of course, it's gonna be extra, right? And I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, I just want good weed while I'm here. But he came back with some fire. I'll give him that. And he only charged me like, it was like $60. Like, it was to him, it was probably like, he's like, I'm fleecing this guy, and I'm like, I just got half an ounce of weed for $60. Like, good stuff too.
At that point,
papers and lighter and everything too, or did you already?
No, he brought me everything, bro.
Yeah.
He was good like that. I told him, I'm like, I need everything. He brought me everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was sick like that. He was good.
Yeah. So my pops went to Jamaica like a long time ago though, and he said, like the way they do it is just roll a giant fucking leaf up. And then, like, light it, put it out, light it. Like, they'll roll that whole half ounce up in a leaf. Yeah. And just put it out and smoke it 3-4 times in a day kind of thing. Or
I went to Amsterdam years back.
I remember you brought me a bunch of stuff. It's funny because I just went through a whole bunch of my totes. Stuff? Yeah, I went through a whole bunch of my totes that have kind of been put away since we tried to sell the house, and I had to get rid of it.
Did I get you a T-shirt?
No T-shirts, but there was like coasters and stickers and like a menu. And
didn't you stay at my house or something while I was gone, or Zoe?
Where were you living?
I was on Paulette at that time.
On Paulette?
Yeah, like where Jace lives now. But anyways, that trip though, bro, was like.
Didn't I stay at your house for that?
I don't remember. Fucking, it was.
I think I did.
It was fucking. It was
Zoe
good.
might have went and let the dog out. I think we went and let the dog out or something.
Who let the dogs out?
The dog.
But Amsterdam was fucking fire, bro. Like, I remember when we went, we learned real quick because we went to the Bulldogs, where we stayed at an Airbnb was directly across from the Bulldog.
What the fuck's that?
It's like the world renowned. You think of Amsterdam dispensaries?
Yeah, it was
the
like
Bulldog.
the weed place.
It's like the main.
The Bulldog.
So then we learned that shit was expensive, right? So we started finding these other little ones. It's like walk down 2 steps to a door and like go in there. It's like there's like just like a counter there, and you just fucking there's like a wall and like a book and
bodegas.
Yeah, but then
say it with me now.
They had cupcakes, and they were called space cakes, and they came in this like big elaborate box. And we got one of them, and we cut it in quarters. 4. The guy's like, "Oh yeah, good." People like eat one.
Is that how many quarters there are in something?
Yeah, shut up. You're such a fucking. Anyways, cut it 4. Anyways, we were wrecked, absolutely destroyed. Yeah. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I try sometimes.
But yeah, no. Amsterdam was awesome.
So was it like?
It's not a long ass flight too.
Yeah.
I remember hearing like it was easy to get weed, but you couldn't smoke weed inside or something like that.
In Amsterdam?
Yeah.
So no, it was. A lot of the places would only sell it to you if you stayed inside.
Okay.
Oh. So like it was like a bar. It's like you going and buying a beer here and walking out with it. Yeah. It's not like that. You could buy weed and obtain it and take it and leave. But you can't
be smoking it when you're walking.
So like
down
when
the street.
smoking in Amsterdam was like walking down the road and smoking in Amsterdam, we were talking to people there when we were there. And they said they're like, it's not legal to do that. In Amsterdam, they're like, but the cops turn a blind eye to it because it's all tourism. They say when they see people walking down the road smoking weed, they're like, we know 100% they're tourists because that's not. Yeah, because he's like, that's not what we do. We it's not because it's normal.
Which makes sense. It's
people go to coffee shop. You walk in a coffee shop, it's like you walk in, your eyes burn.
This in here,
your eyes burn.
It's just like out here. You can't walk down the street drinking a beer in Canada. You're not supposed to. But you can go in a bar and
the
consume
cops
it
don't
there.
Say shit to you, like nobody, and people that live there don't like get mad at you for doing it. They just turn a blind eye.
Well, look how much money it's given towards their fucking economy too. Like it's ridiculous.
There's a lot of really cool like places to go smoke.
They're all really cool.
Like there was a place you walk in a bar. I forget what it was called. There's a picture of me on Facebook though, and it's behind me, and there's a sign that says "The Office."
There was another place,
and you just literally walked up to the fucking door, and there's just a door. It's like a half door, you know, like at bars. There's like the top section.
Oh
opens.
yeah.
It was just a half bar, and you walked up, and there was just a guy that would walk up and meet you.
Saloon door.
And there's a book, and you could look through the book. And
says, "What's the password?"
Bro, he was literally behind him. Like that room was crazy because it was like, you know, on How High, like when they're stealing all the weed, like that.
Well,
not How High. half baked.
Half baked.
Like that.
But that's how I picture like dispensaries are
like
nowadays.
a beer fest.
Like,
What's the
has-
password? Yo, oh, hey.
Dude, I was just thinking, like, at the end of Beer Fest, they said, like, oh, we're gonna do Weed Fest.
Coming
Yeah.
It would've
and
been
with
so
Willie.
good.
With
Willie's
Willie
so old
Nelson?
now.
I know, but that's fucking 20 years
But
ago.
all Willie needs to do now is sit in a chair and smoke dope.
He's
That's
still
what-
rocking it.
He's still
But,
playing guitar and like.
yeah.
He still looks the same as he did in
Them
that.
guys
fucking-
could do a Weed Fest now. They did just do another video, but it was like an old timey period piece.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it a few episodes back. Anyways,
Sorry,
sorry, I got the burp.
But yeah.
This fucking guy.
I literally was about to fart and was gonna put the mic up to it, and then it went away. So. But when I do got one, it's gonna be for Cam.
Can't wait. Being
But
the
yeah,
one
I
sitting next to
think
you.
they should have jumped on the Weed Fest thing. Now it almost seems like they decide to finally do it when it's too late, just like Dumb and Dumber and Anchorman 2. It's like everyone's been waiting for it for 10 years.
Did
now,
you ever
so it's
watch
like,
Super Troopers 2?
I did.
Where they're the cops in Canada?
Dude, it's fucking hilarious.
It's so good. Have
And
you seen
it
it?
was a while
The
until I
second
finally
one?
watched
Yeah,
it.
Super Troopers 2, they're cops in Canada. So it's like somewhere
For a
in
bit,
Minnesota or something. It's like a new border they find. And they have
Yeah.
to do this little area. And they're Canadian cops.
Yeah.
And they find all the
It's
pills.
fucking
And like,
yeah, it's pretty fucking hilarious.
and Ramrod. The brown dude.
Car Ramrod?
Yeah,
What?
the Ramathorn.
Ramathorn,
He's
yeah.
like taking all the drugs. His like nipples are swelled up because he's taking
Yeah.
like women drugs.
I don't remember much of the film, but I remember like laughing my ass off.
That it was really fun. You know what's funny about that movie is I watched it. Was I made cookies, and I remember
Oh, boy.
I watched it on my computer. I got the chemo that he has, whatever, on my computer. I set it up. I was like, oh, I'll try watch it. Started watching. It was really funny, but I ate a cookie. I was so fucked up. I was in the chair. My heart was beating on my chest.
Same movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
watching that movie just so fucked up.
That's
it's
funny.
like this was like months ago. This wasn't even.
I
that
watched
long
it when
ago.
Disney Plus came out because it was on Disney. It was on Disney.
That's on Disney.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
Super Troopers 2, and I was like, oh fuck, this is probably pretty good.
I hate when I get
Disney's
that
really stepped it up, eh?
They're one of the more expensive ones, but
Yeah,
they,
you gotta- but
they got the stars and their content, like with what they're doing with the Star Wars shows, and like, okay, so they could make a movie, and then 3 years later make another movie, and then 3 years later make another movie, which 9 hours of watching and about 9 years of filming. Where with a series, they could make 9 hours of content in fucking months.
Right.
And it's like a long movie, so you're getting more out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like, and the way that they're doing it with the Star Wars shit and even some of the Marvel shit, like I think that's the way things are going. Like, and it's less production cost because you don't have to do it 3 times over 9 years and millions of dollars. You fucking film it all at once and make a long story.
Yeah.
You can do a lot more with your story and your character development. Like,
Do you,
it's the new way of
What?
with streaming and everything.
Do you watch all that Star Wars stuff?
I've watched a lot of like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show and the
Is your son not named Luke after Luke Skywalker?
Yeah, he is. He is.
Do you want me to give you a wedgie now or later?
Fucking
I ain't
nerd.
wearing no underwear, brother.
Could have a brown stain on those jeans.
Come on, man. You're sitting on my couch.
He's got pants
No,
on.
I know. I'm just joking.
I am wearing boxers.
You know, he's wearing a
I've been wearing
thong.
boxers since I was like 6 years old.
The same ones?
Same size or?
Not in the crotch area.
Yeah.
But I just feel like movies are like a studio is less likely to make a 3-movie trilogy than they are to make a couple seasons of a show.
Every
'cause
time I
that's
have a
just-
conversation about movies now and stuff, we talk about movies, I always tell my kids, like, you guys missed out, bro, because social media has murdered everything about
It
fucking
has,
movies.
yeah.
Back in the day, we'd see a preview and have to fucking see this
Oh
movie.
yeah.
Now you just fucking,
Yeah.
you can see the whole goddamn
In a
movie
time.
just in clips.
When life was despicable.
At a time
then
before the
Hey,
internet.
like
Dude, like I remember
Like Clerks,
basketball. The ads
one
for
ring
basketball
to rule them all.
Bro, even just anything. Like,
Yeah.
all that shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Because it was so unattainable too. Like,
Right.
like you see this and you're like, man,
That's-
it's not like you could click or go and fucking.
It's not
get
like
it.
now where it's like,
yeah.
oh, this movie comes out in theaters today.
Yeah.
I go down on my couch, turn on the chemo, and watch it.
Did I see this correctly? Is there going to be a new Jay and Silent Bob?
I heard there is,
They're
but
supposed to be working like Clerks 3. I think it's gonna be.
that would
it's gonna be a
fucking,
Clerks 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clerks 2 was fucking bomb.
Yeah, it was
That
good.
movie.
Clerks 1 is
Clerks-
Clerks 1 is classic, but it's not easy to get through.
Clerks 2 got like super weird on many levels.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That
yeah.
one where
Yeah.
he's, like
Oh, like have you ever seen Dogma? They like fight a shit monster at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
Those movies
Kevin
are
Smith's
fucked.
brain is
Yeah,
it's like
fucked.
a comic book. He's
Yeah.
he's grown up on comic books. Anything can happen in comic books. which is like how he looks at movies, right?
What-
But Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is a.
Why do they call you
haven't watched
cock
it in
knocker?
years.
Why the huge fist?
Dude,
Why the fuck do they call you cock knocker?
Will Ferrell's part in that movie where he's like, he believes that the chimp is a person,
Yeah.
and then he like jumps off the fucking giant sewer or something.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen it in fucking years, but I know every time I
the
watch
thing
that
at
movie, I die laughing.
the diner scene with
Yeah.
Will Ferrell. It's like small gay. It's two gay men. He's like, because he says they're gay and it's just their son.
Yeah.
And they're like
Dude.
holding him.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he swings up, his feet
Yeah.
grabs the railing. They're
He's
like trying
oh,
to.
that checks out.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
trying
that
to
checks
pull
out.
him down.
Dude, they have everybody in that Jay
Dude,
and Silent Bob.
that movie's
movie.
fucking
Think about
funny.
how many
Fucking,
people are in that
like
movie.
when James,
Ben
the
Affleck,
Dawson's
like
Creek little scene when James Vanderbeek
Yeah.
is playing Jay
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
the guy from American Pie is in it too, and they're like, "We're supposed to play you."
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
so
so
fucking funny.
Movie's hilarious.
Motherfuckers, all you motherfuckers are gonna pay.
All you motherfuckers.
hey, what's all this talk about farting?
Yeah, it's so funny. that
What do
movie.
we tell? Ew, eh? Only skeevy stoners fart.
Yeah, this guy's not one of us. He said he fucking shit. That movie is actually crazy.
What's your
full
damage?
of
What's your
famous people?
what's your damage, little boy?
Man, Carrie
Bro, how many-
Fisher.
think about
Carrie
how many
Fisher's
people
the
are-
nun that picks him
Yeah.
up.
yeah.
Dude, that movie is crazy.
Do you
filled
go
with famous people.
by the book?
You go by the
I
book?
live by it.
I live by it.
Dude, he was a huge painkiller addict, big time.
No, but think
George
about-
Carlin sucking cocks
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll
You
take
get
a
it.
shot in the mouth.
Hey, I don't take a shot in
a
the mouth.
couple
Give me a couple miles up the road.
The
Yeah.
rules
that-
of the road.
Think
Oh
about
my
how
God.
many people were in that movie, though.
Yeah, that is actually pretty insane. I need
Like,
to go again and watch that movie.
dude,
I've been making a list ever since I got the chemo. Just if anything that strikes my imagination as
Yeah.
far as like I hear about it, I'll put it in my
Yeah.
phone and like I gotta watch this.
There's a lot of good
Actually,
shit.
just the other day, I was listening to our boy Theo Vaughn, and
Yeah.
he had Rogan on, and I seen it in a little clip. It was him and Rogan. I was like, oh, I gotta listen to this full podcast because two of like
Yeah.
the coolest guys right now to
Theo.
me in my
Yeah.
and it was a really interesting listen, man. I suggest listening to. It's called This Past Weekend.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
with Joe Rogan on it. Anyways, they're talking about he's talking about Enter the Fist and how Joe Rogan grew up on like that's kind of like how he looks at the UFC now, like because Enter the Fist is like about a guy who like hosts a tournament of the best fighters from all around the world on this crazy island, and like Joe Rogan is able to do that, like bringing a guy from Brazil, bringing a guy from Ukraine, and get the best fighters in the world to come. So, and then Theo Vaughn's like, I've never seen it. So I was like, oh, and I'm thinking like, I've never seen Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee. Like, so I fucking went home and watched Enter the Dragon at like 11 o'clock at night. I mean, it was
old.
made in 1978 or
oh,
whatever
Jesus.
it was. So.
I couldn't get into it. No, I'm good on that.
But it is like you could see how it was the stepping stone for fucking Mortal Kombat, any Van Damme movie, any fucking Steven Seagal movie, like shit like that. But yeah, they get into a lot of and there was
What a
this-
wild time we lived in. Like, you think of like TV shows now and stuff like that. We had Steven Seagal,
Think
like,
about what's-
Chuck Norris,
Yeah.
just fucking Walker, Texas Ranger, just fucking whipping ass. Walker told me I had AIDS.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
that was-
like
To me, fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme, man, was.
what do you think? One of
Jean-Claude
his. What do you think?
Bloodsport?
Yeah, I was just
Dude.
gonna say Bloodsport was probably one of the
Yeah.
best ones.
He was
Glass.
just so intense. One of my favorite movies from him was Hard Target. You remember Hard Target?
yeah.
Fucking insane
Yeah.
killer movie, and just beast in it, man. Just
Yeah.
beast.
Hey, didn't you say Theo Vaughn had Dana White on or something?
That's what I was just
recently?
talking about. Yeah. So
But you said Joe Rogan. Or was it Joe Rogan or was it Dana White?
You said Joe
did
Rogan.
I say Joe Rogan?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yes.
meant Dana White.
Yeah, Dana
Am I
White.
baked right now.
Okay,
it's
so
okay.
Okay. So it was Dana White.
All right.
Yes.
All
Because
right.
I did go into like how he runs the UFC, which I guess Joe Rogan is part of the UFC also.
You ever?
But no, it was Dana White. Very interesting listen. And he's just a straight up fucking dude. So they got into like they clearly have a lot of advertisers that pay for their podcasts and this and that, right? So Joe Rogan was talking about how like he put up some stuff that was like, pro Trump, and some of his like sponsors were like, yo, you got to take that down, and he was like, you got to go fuck yourself. I don't give a
I
fuck,
seen that clip.
So Theo Vaughn told him a story about Pelotons, those fucking
Yeah,
bikes.
those bikes. People
So,
dying on them.
He was sponsored by Peloton, and Theo Vaughn did a interview with Robert Kennedy, JF Kennedy's
Yeah.
brother or something, and they're like, you got to take that down and blah blah blah. So right then Dana White is like, this guy. So they look up the fucking CEO of Peloton, and he's like, look at this guy. This is the type of fucking nerd that would complain about a thing with with Robert Kennedy. So he calls his fucking buddy at the UFC gym, like on Theo Vaughn's podcast, and says, do we have Pelotons in the gyms? He goes like, yeah, we got a couple Pelotons. He's like, get rid of them right fucking now. Take them out of there. Fuck Peloton. Anyone who would do something like that is a fucking loser. Yeah. Just trying to gain on, people's shit. Tell you what you can like or not like or whatever. It's just like, especially as far as politics goes, you're not even supposed to talk about who the fuck you're going to vote for. Shit. Anyways, I just thought it was really funny. I was cracking up laughing listening to them just talk shit about this Peloton guy.
Theo is hilarious, bro. And he's like, his mind is so fucked. I remember that I forget what Theo said. There was a clip I seen and Dana was like dying laughing.
Yeah. That's what made me
I don't even remember what it was. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Check it out though. It's really good.
To the full podcast because I knew it'd be pretty interesting, but
nice slippers, you fucking faggo.
Faggo pop.
Dickweed. You said there was you had something with like food.
Yo, they sell the
food
faggo.
Actually, first I wanted to bring up, what were you saying about
They sell the faggo root beers and stuff at the store near us.
I just actually bought.
They're a 1 liter. There's a 1 liter. There's a store by us. Like, you know where the Max is? Mm-hmm. A kitty corner. There's that little corner store there that's in the strip.
Oh yeah.
That guy has like 4 rows of Faggo Pop 1 liters, $1.39.
I bought some
bomb.
I bought
I
some
like the ice pop.
The grape.
Like the ice
fire
pop too.
I bought some blue raspberry Faggo because I wanted to mix it with vodka and put it in a jar and make like J-Rock vodka for
rock vodka.
When I was doing
vodka.
When I was doing Leahy.
So I still have it in my fridge, so I might still do it when I do. If I could go to Randy's, I'll bring him like a jar and be like, I brought you some rock vodka.
Hey, have the thing taped on.
That's what I'm gonna do, dude. I'm gonna do my attention to detail is big. If I'm gonna do it at all, I'm gonna make sure.
Dude, he's gonna see you.
Oh yeah.
Unreal.
So what I wanted to bring up beforehand was another thing. That I noticed. Let me pull up the old phone here because
I like your wallpaper. Right. That's a beautiful face on there.
So this girl, her name is Maya Kowalski, right?
Is that Killer Kowalski's daughter?
No.
That's a good question.
So when she was like fucking 8 years old, her mom brought her into the hospital because she just started getting like crazy stomach pains and blah blah blah. Well, eventually, she had to stay in the hospital for a long time. It was like Johns Hopkins, which is a really famous like children's hospital. Yep. Blah blah blah. They pretty much stole her from her parents because they thought her parents were like giving her this stuff to make her sick.
I heard
because it's a syndrome that Munchausen by proxy, I'm pretty sure it's called. And there's another really famous case, Gypsy Lee Blanchard, who ended up killing her mom, but it was known that her mom was like making her sick and lying about all these diseases, and it's the disease has something to do with like moms not wanting to get rid of their young and keeping them close. Anyways, turns out it wasn't Munchausen by proxy, and after 20 or I don't know, after the mom ended up killing herself of this Maya Kowalski, she killed herself after years of not being able to get her daughter back, and they ended up suing Johns Hopkins and winning over $200 million.
Yeah, that's
because they literally like kidnapped her and didn't believe the mom, wouldn't let her have contact.
How long did this drag out?
Fuck.
Like how long did they? How long did they have the?
Look it. Let's look it up.
How long did they have the child in custody? That's what I wonder.
I'm pretty sure it was like an excessive. So there's this big trial that's been kind of
because you could literally catch a fade for that shit. You try to get my kid, bro. You catch a fade and say, I don't give a fuck if you're a woman. You're catching this fade.
There's a Netflix thing called.
Fuck you.
I can't remember. Let's Save Maya or something about Maya. Take Care of Maya is a Netflix documentary that's all about it right now. Let's see what happened to Maya. Blah, blah, blah. Try and be quick here.
I drank a beer.
10-year-old girl complained of mysterious pain. Fuck. Smith listened to the doctor detail the case. The girl's parents, Beta and Jack, had told the hospital that Maya suffered from a neurological disorder. Legs and feet. Maya spent 24 hours in intensive care unit. The nurse concerned for the... Sorry. Should have
say we already talked about all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I just wondered how long.
Yeah.
It's all
it
good.
Was a long
but either
time.
way, that's fucked up. Like
she's older now.
But so the hospital they
She's
got
very rich.
They got $200 million.
She's very rich.
Over $200 million from John Hopkins.
And she's never has to work a day in her life.
Neither the parent, like everyone's set at that point.
I'm pretty sure she yeah. I watched look it up. See how it is, but I thought it was a fucking interesting story. I watched a series on that Gypsy Lee Blanchard girl. There's actually a really done well series like
what's that?
The one I was talking about who ended up killing her mom, who wouldn't let her like fucking do anything. Jesus. She lied to her about her age. She told her she had all these fucking conditions, confined her to a wheelchair. When the girl's sitting here like, I feel fine. I feel like I can walk. Yeah. I feel like I should be able to go and do these things. She just, wow, it's an interesting fucking crazy.
People are fucking weird.
Yeah,
crazy. There's some fucking weirdos out there, man.
Fuck, I know this guy named Ant.
Yeah, I know this guy named fucking Charlie.
Take him out to pasture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
those people like that. Take him out to pasture.
Yeah. If I was a mother hen and them with my chicks, I'd take them to the water and let them drown.
That's real dark-sided.
It's from the movie The Little Giants, so. That talks about the 90s and how much shit they got away with in movies.
Yeah, it was fucked up times.
Yeah, funny.
What did you have about food, though?
Okay, so I had some questions to you guys about growing up and,
oh, boy.
Food preferences and this and that. So we're trying to get away from all the videos because YouTube likes to fucking mute our shit.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Fuck you, YouTube, pussy ass motherfuckers.
So I was eating a nice old bowl of fucking Canada's Own cereal the other day when I was nice and baked. I was just thinking about, like growing up, what your favorite cereals were, or like what cereals were always in the house.
So for me, even still to this day, what's always in my house is Raisin Bran.
And then you shit.
It's like I'm 10, but I don't know why. I've always loved that shit, bro.
Yeah. I like Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran. I think Captain Crunch is top tier.
Yeah, and then it fucks up the roof of your mouth.
If the top of your roof of your mouth is not destroyed, you're not eating enough.
Yeah, or you're not putting enough in your mouth.
We always have like Honey Nut Cheerios at my house.
That's always here too.
Fruity
Pebbles. I like Fruity Pebbles.
In the same house.
For us, it was Raisin Bran.
Remember those wheat things Mom used to get?
Oh my God! Okay, so it was. This is
you
when
pour like a gallon of milk in it.
Not like mini weeks, but
right.
the real.
We're old, so it was
an
actual.
Yeah,
it was an actual fucking. It was this big.
Yeah, it was called shredded wheat, I think.
Yeah, it was just, but there was no sugar or nothing on it.
Yeah, my grandma would have.
Yeah, and you'd have to like put sugar on it or whatever.
Like 6 gallons of milk to get it soft, and then you'd have to 7 pounds of sugar to fucking get it.
I wanted to throw up. That's just fucking.
Remember those?
But you know what?
You forgot about those, didn't you?
Like for shredded mini wheat or whatever, frosted mini wheat. Those things are top tier. You let them sit for a minute, let all the milk soak in.
Those in ages.
We have those.
The one downside to those would be like you can only get 1 or 2 of them on your spoon.
See, I have tons of shit. Like we got weird shit. Like we got like Sonic cereal because Finn's a big Sonic head.
What is that like?
It's literally all like Lucky Charms.
Yeah,
like just marshmallows.
I always was no Lucky Charms.
Cocoa.
I didn't like marshmallows.
The Count Chocula. We have that.
I didn't really like
same
that
fucking
either.
thing.
But I would rock like Alphabets or Honeycomb.
I like the Nesquik cereal.
Yeah, question. You guys, like, so remember those the crispy. The puffs, the little tiny puffs.
Yeah.
Like corn pops? Or what do you mean?
Corn puffs. Like they're just a puff. It wasn't like a corn
Not
pop.
A cereal?
It was a cereal.
I know
corn
exactly
pops.
what you're talking.
No, it wasn't like the hard ones. It was like the
Sugar Crisp.
Sugar Crisps.
Oh, Sugar Crisp?
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I
Can't
thought
get
about
enough
that.
of that Sugar Crisp. Yeah. Commercials in the 90s were
Fuck,
cereal.
do you remember that?
Because cereal commercials in the 90s were just banged.
When you actually seen Captain Crunch with the fucking like
the fruit
come
the
with
Fruit
it
Loops commercial.
Oh yeah, the toucan.
Yeah.
Or
what was the one?
Juice, the fucking Hawaiian
Tricks
Punch.
are for kids. Tricks are for kids.
Yeah, tricks are fucking fire.
I actually just bought some tricks the other day because I was like, they're better than Fruit Loops. I'm trying to tell Luke. He won't even try them. I'm like, they actually taste different. Fruit Loops are good too, but tricks are bomb.
I know Ethan likes Fruit Loops. Every time I'll be like, "Where's the cereal?" I'll be trying to get. He'll be laying in his bed watching his phone, fucking eating everything. I'll be like,
they're good dry. Fruit Loops are good dry. Yeah. Apple cinnamon Cheerios were one of my favorites too.
Remember Apple Jacks?
Yeah, Apple Jacks are good. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there a cereal that we had back then that we don't have now?
Like, was it something you didn't? Like,
I don't remember the last time I ate like a Sugar Crisp.
Now there's like Tim Hortons like cereal.
We had
like
those Timbits.
Shit.
Yeah. We had the like the frosted, like just the regular one, but with like the white, which would be the white Timbit with frost.
Yeah,
talk about throw the fuck up.
Yeah,
dog shit.
Do you remember like frosted Oreos? Remember when they came out? They were okay. Really. I remember liking them.
I always get the double stuff.
You ever have the
you like the double?
You ever have the Reese's, like the Reese's?
Fill
Cup
me up
Puffs
with that
ones?
magic juice.
Reese's Puffs. I feel that's too much peanut butter. Yeah. A lot of like peanut butter flavored stuff is just too much peanut butter for me.
I agree.
But Luke eats it.
Yeah,
but I'm like,
kids eat all that shit up.
Even like fucking Kool-Aid jammers. I take one sip, I'm like, god damn, that's thick. That's like syrup.
You gotta chew it.
My kids love those things, but I do try not to get.
They gotta be cold though.
Get those. There's like those like clear ones that are a little bit less sugary.
The queer ones?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. What do you say? This queer?
Huh? Is this queer? Is this queer? It's thunder. It's lightning.
Okay, so
these things are large and in charge and looking for chickies. You said something about trash cereals.
Yeah, I just wanted to like ask you guys what you thought was like straight up trash cereals. I know we talked about like shredded wheat.
The shredded wheat
to me like a Count Chocula or like
anything too sweet. Like I can't do it, bro.
I don't like anything super bland though.
I agree, but for me, like
Shreddies.
Okay, I got a question.
Like
so if you're gonna put
Shreddies to me, I don't think I ever really like Shreddies.
If it's bland, do you put sugar on your cereal?
I never added sugar.
I'm a brown sugar guy.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
What
lately,
about, like,
I love
Krispies?
it. Fuck you, Aunt.
Remember Rice Krispies?
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have much of a flavor, but I feel like I rocked some Rice Krispies growing up. You listen to the
I used to rock those pants.
Actually, I like those, man. Yeah. I can crush those right
They're pretty, like, nothing. Like,
you can get
what are they?
Mass amounts of those.
Why would you want to eat rice as cereal? I don't get it.
You can scoop in mass amounts.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said about mini wheats. Like, you can only really get 1, 2, maybe 3 on your spoon, but with Rice Krispies, you can get a whole square's worth of fucking shit on your spoon.
Yeah.
And the way like it feels in your mouth is good too, because you like the way blah blah.
Yeah.
Or like even honeycomb doesn't have that much of a flavor.
I don't mind honeycomb.
I like honeycomb.
One of the best dry cereals you can get. You'd make little art things in kindergarten and then eat that shit.
I'd eat that shit as an adult.
Or they would be like, "Where's all your stuff? It's not on your paper." And you're like, "Well, I just had a great snack."
Meanwhile, you're eating hunks of glue stuck to it.
You want to know what I used to laugh? This shit. It was more like it was kind of like a paste-ish. It was like fucking Play-Doh-ish, but the base of it was peanut butter. I want to say in school you weren't really supposed to eat it, but kids, I used to look over, kids would just be eating it because it smells like peanut butter.
Yeah.
But everybody would just be eating it. I'd be like, I don't think you're fucking supposed to eat that shit.
Kids are weird.
Oh yeah, kids are gross little creatures.
I remember like we were talking about this like. I was talking to Mike about it. It was like
topics we don't have topics.
No, I know.
It was like talking about old school. Remember the old school lunches? Like Jason them get like bomb ass fucking like pizza and like it's not bomb, but it's like hot and ready's and stuff. Remember the hot dog days we used to get were fucking horrid. Boiled hot dogs,
boiled wiener. Yeah, we never really got them though.
Paper towel.
Yeah.
I mean, they were bomb though. I always liked them.
And then you get fucking pizza day and you get a sliver.
Oh yeah.
Like
that's what
bitch, just give me the crust.
No, we used to be like, Mom, just drop us off
with
a
one
slice.
sliver.
I remember my mom
Luke gets Boston pizza days and fucking
same with like my kids, bro. Like
Ethan bar burrito,
bro.
Finn,
bro, listen,
fuck.
Finn had a fucking pizza day last time, and I figured it would be like Jace. You pay for the pizza, they get a couple slices, you call it a day. Fucking Finn comes home. I opened his bag. He's got a whole box, like a Domino's fucking box stuffed in there. So to Katie, I'm like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's like
she's like, "Oh, he had pizza day today." I'm like, "They give him a whole box, like what the fuck?"
Pizza
Ethan went in there, made his burrito, everything, a bar fucking burrito. It was crazy. Then now every time he sees Dad, let's go to Barber. Like he's always trying to get me to go to Barber.
So take them. Burritos are bomb.
Bar Burrito, is that a place in Essex?
Yeah, it's a place.
It's like a chain.
It's a chain. But we always hit up gyros and more.
Yeah, you gotta get the gyro hot plate.
I've ate one of those.
You
and
know what the gyro hot plate is? Gyros and more. It's a poutine with gyro meat on it.
Yeah,
that's so funny because one of my next questions was about poutines.
Oh, all right, let's fucking go.
Is a poutine a main dish?
Yes.
In Canada.
No, actually, no. You know what? Okay,
For
wait.
me, it is.
Me and Jake,
wait,
shout out Jake. We have this fucking funny argument all the time.
Okay, so I say yes, it can be because people put up. But listen, I've never gotten it as a main meal. It's always a side to me.
Yeah.
Like if you're,
if I'm getting a burger and a poutine,
at
or
lunch, and you're like, yeah, I want to go to Frenchie's for lunch. I'm like I don't. Like I want a main Frenchie's Poutineery or whatever. I'm like, dude,
I would do that.
Like I know how people can do that, and yes, it's enough to be you could. But to me, it's still a side dish. If you give me twice as much, it's still a side dish.
I 100% agree it's a side because I've never gotten it, but I can see where it is a main because there's places like that. New York
You
fries,
wrestle me?
the Frenchies, all that shit. They all fucking. That's like what they do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and yes, it is real filling. It's really filling.
Okay, so poutine. Fast food poutine. Who do you think has the best poutine?
Burger King.
I would have said Burger King. 10 years ago, they made their fries a bit thicker. Mm-hmm. And I want to say before they made their fries thicker, best poutine you could get. Still good now.
I think Burger King has an elite poutine, but the problem is with Burger King is it's very salty.
Can you still get a stir up there?
Fire.
Remember those things,
bro?
Man?
Yeah, stir up.
Mash.
Yeah.
So I get fucking down.
When I order a fucking Whopper meal with a poutine, the first thing I do is flip the poutine over and let it sit so all the shit can roll down and melt. Because if you don't have your melted cheese curds and shit, if it ain't mixed good, it's not as good, right?
Look at Charlie.
I want those
so then as soon as you go to eat that shit,
be cold.
You flip it back over and then you start mixing it up. And
You're
the
a
heat is a lot
maniac.
better.
Who lets all that? And then all that gravy stuck in the lid.
No, it goes back down, bro, and you mix it. Because you don't mix it. You don't do this with one of these.
You ever have
You do that pretty good.
You ever have a McDonald's poutine?
Trash.
Yeah.
Doesn't go good with the fries.
I don't like it.
Do you like, how about...
Because McDonald's has more of a shoestring fry,
How about Harvey's?
Right? I don't know if
Harvey's
I've ever had
Harvey's is top tier.
Yeah.
Harvey's burgers are bomb.
Yeah, I like Harvey's.
You ever get a Harvey's hot dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go...
See, I'm more
fat
like,
fuck.
I'll
I'd go get
rock
a
the
stack
burger and the
of
hot
them
dog.
bitches.
I'll rock the burger and the hot dog and don't get fries. Fries ain't my,
Randinator, holy shit.
I'm even at McDonald's. I 2 burgers. I don't need the fries.
I would go through. I used to go through when I worked at Speedy and I was on the road. I'd go there because the hot dogs are cheap. So I'd go get 2 hot dogs and 2 burgers and mash them bitches.
I don't even want to tell you guys what I would order from McDonald's when I leave work or something. For just me.
Yeah, you're fat.
It gets real dark some days. On
those days, I'm usually 2 double cheeseburgers, add mayo. That's what I rock.
But that's your order?
That's 2 double cheeseburger add. That's on a day when I need to just eat.
You put mayo on your cheeseburgers? Never thought about that. It's probably good.
So good.
Double Big Mac, supersized fry.
I wish I would have never done it. Double Big Mac,
supersized fry with the side.
So if I'm going in, I would usually get
side chicken. What?
The side crispy fucking
junior chicken.
Yeah, junior chicken.
I get the JC. That's my side too. So
junior chicken, add cheese. Oh my god!
If I go to Burger King, 99% of the time it's gonna be either. It's usually a Big Mac. I have no onions.
See, a double again. McDonald's just changed their Big Macs, and they're a little different or whatever, right?
Remember when they had the Grand Mac or whatever? That was
it was a Big Mac, but they used the quarter pounder burgers.
Yeah, stupid.
I'd rather.
They should do that anyway.
I just feel whenever I order a Big Mac, I usually get extra sauce, but I also feel with extra sauce is a little too much. But when I don't get extra sauce, it's not quite enough.
What's funny too?
So with a double, I would for sure need more.
When you order it and you get it, it sure as hell doesn't look like it when you see it on TV.
No.
It comes looks like the buns are all different.
Looks like they fucking just shook it up.
Remember when they had the Mac snack wrap, bro? That was
snack
bomb.
Wrap was fire. You get the crispy. Get the crispy, the hot ones. Yeah.
And they brought back
gross.
the original snack wrap too. It's pretty good nowadays, but
What
This
is
now
your
the fattest
what's
fucking
your
podcast.
Go ahead.
I actually wanted to ask you guys what, like, since we were talking about breakfast and cereal, what your like go-to breakfast is nowadays.
Okay, so you know what my favorite is? That's easy because I'm
Monster.
Yeah.
a
Monster in the morning and a joint.
A monster cock.
Do you eat breakfast every day?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I
Do you eat
like.
breakfast every day. Sorry.
You jam that right down his throat. I like the McGriddles from if I have to buy one.
Oh my god! And you don't like sweet cereals, but you like McGriddles.
But they're not. But I don't know what it is.
I
So I
can
get
feel
no.
my
Listen,
blood
so
moving.
sweet.
I get a McGriddle with the egg and the bacon.
They still
and then,
make those
and then
things.
Oh yeah, and then I
Man.
put ketchup on that hoe.
Fuck.
Oh fuck me. Oh boy.
Ooh,
My mouth is watering right
I
now.
will punch a baby.
I will
remember
fuck-
rocking McGriddles when they first came out, like in high school when I would go to school all
They
big.
are so
But
good.
that's like- they're
The sausage ones are fucking off the chain
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But when you get the McGriddles with
McDonald's
the bacon,
sausages
it's
hit
always
different.
crispy. You wouldn't like it. They do crispy bacon.
That's why I get the sausage.
Get sausage, yeah. You love
That's exactly why we're like at Tim Hortons.
Double
Like I do
order.
like bacon, but it's gonna be hard and crispy, and I don't like
McDonald's sausage is fucking good.
that. It hits different. Yeah, it's got that little bit of like spice or something.
It
to
hits
it.
different.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Yeah.
So we'll keep going with it.
Yeah.
Burger. Do you like burgers or sandwiches?
Burger.
Like when you're going out to order at a restaurant.
It depends.
I mean, I like a Clubhouse, but like
Okay,
everyone
so like
that
at
knows
a bar.
me would
Okay,
say
so
I'm a
like
burger
at a
boy.
so say I go to like a bar, I would get a Clubhouse. But my thing is, I don't like a Clubhouse with like slice. I want real fucking turkey.
Yeah.
If it's not real turkey, miss me with it.
No,
I don't
yeah.
want a Clubhouse with like lunch meat on it. You know what I mean?
See, I don't mind that.
I don't
find
fuck
it gets
that.
a little dry sometimes, as long as if they don't have the right amount of mayo.
Yeah. Well, you just.
Right? You know, I like that extra sauce on that bitch, that
Oh.
white sauce.
But if I go
Fill them up.
and cheese. I'm
What-
like cheese and mayo. It's got to be on there.
The Framando with the fucking matching sauce.
I like the but like if I go to, what's your favorite fast food burger?
Harvey's.
Depends my mood.
Harvey's?
Harvey's is fucking trash to me. As for burgers,
Okay,
I find every time I go to eat Harvey's, I'm not satisfied after.
My all-time-
Are they made with like rice or something?
No, it's beef. It's just the way the beef
You know what I
is.
mean? Like it's fucking something odd.
The best, my favorite.
If Five Guys is considered fast food, hands down.
I like,
Five
yeah,
Guys
that
burger.
to me is not fast food because
You
it
just
costs
like the name.
because it
No.
costs $50 for two burgers.
It's $20 for like a meal.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Yeah.
But
I
anyways,
spent about that at McDonald's with littler shit to actually get filled.
but that's
up.
not fast food to me.
Yeah, but you get 45
I guess it
pounds
is.
of
I guess it
fries
is.
with Five Guys too.
I
though.
wouldn't necessarily consider it in this category.
Okay, so fast food. I mean like one of the big ones. Like so for me, my favorite fast food burger would be a Whopper.
Bro, I'm gonna go
Whopper with
Dairy
bacon.
Queen's double cheeseburger.
Ooh yeah.
Dairy Queen's got some fire.
Their
burgers.
sleeper, their grill. Yeah, they used to have the flamethrower burgers and shit.
But
Whopper
McDonald's to me
with
is like a
bacon,
different
ketchup,
tier. Like
mustard,
there's
pickles.
something different about McDonald's food.
Yeah, it's got
Like-
crack cocaine in it.
Yeah, it's like I know the burgers are shit and skinny, but when you eat that perfect McDonald's double cheeseburger, bro, it's fucking bomb.
Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna try that with mayo.
Try it, dude. You'll never go back. Once you go white, bro.
Whoa.
Woo, boys.
Get it
Yeah,
all
it's
over your
good.
face.
It gives
get
it a
full of
little bit more of a little like just
Do
like
you-
fullness.
Okay, if you had to go to like a chicken joint, like KFC,
Yeah.
Church's,
Yeah.
which one would you pick? You like KFC?
What
Yeah,
about
I'm
Popeyes?
down with KFC.
What about-
Popeyes, I don't.
what
I
about-
Popeyes is
actually-
good.
I tried
Popeyes.
Popeyes sandwich was the one sandwich that I got it the way it comes.
shit, isn't it?
I got it the way it comes because it comes like with a pickle and with and I was like, yeah, it's
Little
pretty
Nicky,
good.
that's all I think of.
Actually, you know
I-
what? There's a place. There's a place.
Take
in
a
Windsor
bite and
called
let it
Frankie's
slide
Hot
down your
Chicken.
throat hole.
Yeah.
You ever had that?
No, I have not.
That's inside the Texas Roadhouse or Lone Star or whatever.
Okay.
That's in there. It's called
What's the
Frankie's.
one by the mall? That's like a famous chicken joint. Fucking
Popeyes.
No.
No.
I just had it
yeah,
recently.
it's a famous fast
Jesus
food.
Christ.
Fucking not Church's. Fucking.
No.
They don't have sauce on any of their
Chick-fil-A.
burgers. Chick-fil-A. They don't have sauce on
Oh.
anything. I'm like, what the fuck you want? How do you want me to eat this?
We're so Canadian, eh? We're like, what's
you got to
what
have
is
the
it?
sauce.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
The States are like, Chick-fil-A.
She's like,
We're
oh, we
like,
can give
what?
you a packet of this. I'm like, what the fuck you talking about, man?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing because they didn't give me shit. And then I was like eating. I'm like, this shit's dry as fuck.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that one name, oh fuck it, I always think of that movie.
Oh, Popeye's chicken, Little Nicky. Yeah, Little Nicky's bomb.
I used to talk normal to
When
my
I
brother.
get Subway,
Take a bite and let it slide down your throat hole.
you gotta have the perfect amount of lubricant, right? Like with sauce on stuff. When I get Subway, if
you
it
still
doesn't,
eat Subway?
yeah,
Who the fuck still eats
I
Subway?
like Subway, man. What's wrong with Subway?
Wow.
What's wrong with Subway?
I just don't know people that eat
for
Subway.
breakfast,
well,
though.
like I don't know.
Hey,
I'm
I
not
like
I'm not
Subway for
knocking
breakfast.
you. There's guys like you that are still keeping the brand alive.
You get
Yeah,
a
I
breakfast
find Subway
sandwich.
does fine. There's a lot of them around.
Get a breakfast sandwich from there. They're pretty good.
They're all right. They're little floaty eggs. If I go to Subway at like 10
I
a.m. for
want a heavy
breakfast, I'm
egg.
just getting a regular like cold cut or a ham or something.
I bet you are.
You
Like,
want some
actually, a
ostrich
cold
egg.
cut with like Italian and everything. That was
Yeah.
pretty fire.
Hey, he wants an ostrich egg. Like Dan fucking Campbell.
good on that.
Speaking of that, let's get on the Lions here real quick. Did you guys see that shit? What was
Two
it? 16
games in a row,
16
last
points
minute.
in 3 minutes.
I was
Yeah.
jumping up and down in my
Bro.
house. And Jace was making fun of me. I'm
That
like,
highlight with the safety where Buddy boots the ball
Bro.
because Hutchinson pushes him. I was like,
bro,
oh
I
my
jumped up in the house, ripped my phone out of the wall because it was charging, and I had my hands up. I was like, woo! Like
God.
yelling.
That's funny. Me
J-
and Willie
Jace
were
is
listening
like,
to it in the parking lot.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Jace is like just shaking his head. I'm just
Yeah.
like, I'm zowie.
Fucking Lions, baby. And yes, it's the Bears. You know, the Bears
I
who
don't
are what
care.
they thought we
For
were.
me, it's
let 'em off the-
yes, it's the Bears. We should have ate them alive,
Yeah.
but with
Fields
all
had a hell of
with
a
all
day.
the
I'll take a win.
interceptions,
I don't care. I'll
Fields
take a win.
looked amazing.
with
out
all the
there.
interceptions and all the bullshit that happened,
Yeah.
for us to squeak that out and win it outright.
I'll take it.
Yeah. No, win's a win.
To me, Goff getting us that a win like that, I don't care about those 3 interceptions.
And
You
I-
ask
we're
any
saying-
racer.
We were saying on the way here, like,
Any
we
real
need to win
racer.
all of these division games. We need to fucking get them.
I drank a beer.
It don't matter if you won by
all
an
these
inch.
division games, we
or a
need them.
mile.
We need these division games.
Winning is
and I
winning.
said I would love to beat Dallas on week 17. And fuck anyone in Dallas or Texas.
Okay, so they got some divisional games coming up.
They
and
got one
have
Thursday.
Clearly, they have the rest of the season in some divisional games.
Thanksgiving
If
game.
they
if
don't-
Mama
Green
Scat's in
Bay.
Texas, I'm sorry, I
Say
love
they
you.
don't fuck up another game the rest of the year, would you take a Dallas loss at the end of the year?
Yeah, I wouldn't care.
If we didn't lose a
it-
single game, we took and we lost last week.
That game.
Like
Yeah.
if they didn't lose a game that they shouldn't lose, you know, I don't know their exact
No,
schedule.
I want to win
But is
out.
that the next game that they maybe might lose? Like I don't.
Well, we have Green Bay on Thursday. We still
that should be.
we
that's
still
what I mean. That should
we
be a
s-
win.
Minnesota will be a good
That
game.
should be a win.
Yes.
Like looking at stats. And
I
shit.
believe we have Carolina. No,
So it's like,
Jacksonville,
say
Jacksonville,
they lose
and
one
Dallas.
game-
Just hold
Say they
on,
lose
hold
one game the
on.
rest of the year.
Jacksonville, Dallas.
Okay, what do you want to know? So Thursday we have Green Bay. And then December 3rd,
Jacksonville.
no, New Orleans.
Oh, that's right, New Orleans.
In New Orleans.
Yeah.
Like say they only
And
lose
then
one other game the rest of
The
the year.
following week after that, they have the Bears at
Oh,
Soldier
that's
Field.
right. We still have the Bears again.
And
in
then
Minnesota.
they have Denver at home on December 17th.
Wow, we still have a lot of
Denver's
games.
terrible. Like these
Listen,
teams are supposed to be terrible.
Christmas Eve, we're in Minnesota.
Oh, we better beat Minnesota on Christmas Eve. Merry
And
Christmas
then
to me.
December-
Fuck Minnesota.
And then
Pussy ass motherfuckers.
December 30th, they're in Dallas.
Yeah.
So
and
that's
then
what
week-
I mean. That's what I'm
The
kind of
last week, January 7th, they're at home against Minnesota.
Mini.
So that's
we
what
get
I'm
mini
kinda
twice.
asking you. Like, who would you sacrifice a win against Dallas to win all those other games that you were like, we better?
No,
fucking win
honestly,
those?
I would sacrifice
Yes.
one of the wins against
Divisional
against,
games are the ones we
against
want.
Mini
Yeah.
because I don't want them to beat us twice.
So say Christmas Eve, Detroit loses.
No,
Okay.
can be has to be another game. It can't be Christmas
Well,
Eve.
like it's Dallas.
I can't
so
be
it's a-
sad on Christmas.
Dallas is a good team that they should have a good game with, maybe not win.
I'm gonna cry on
right?
Christmas. Is that
Whereas
how we're gonna do
Minnesota
it?
is not doing good right now.
I don't want to cry on Christmas.
I'll make sure that don't happen, baby.
It's a Lions
So-
miracle.
It's a Christmas
Their
miracle, Daddy.
losses are Baltimore,
I want to wake up
It's
in
crazy.
the morning.
It's crazy to me to finally
and Seattle
be.
are their losses.
Yeah,
I
to
think.
finally like not be getting hammered. I said this last year with the way we finished the season. I was like, if we could have started off the year like we finished, we would have been fucking great last year. We'd have been in good position. We would have made the playoffs, but we didn't. So this year we started off
I'd
this
rather
way.
do it
So
this
Beating
way.
let's
the
keep
Super
it
Bowl
rolling.
champions.
Huh?
I want a
You
division.
beat the Super Bowl champions first game of the year.
Yeah.
You can't have a
In
better
their-
start than that. You
in
can't.
their stadium.
Yeah,
And
you
our
can't have a
banner
better
raising
start than
night,
that.
too.
No one expected that fucking
Just to go in there and fucking take a big old.
You know who I wish
Yeah.
was there? Tay Tay. I wish she was there in the building when they lost at that time, but they weren't official
Taylor
yet.
Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take that out.
Oh man, I wonder if they have conversations about like, don't worry, you'll get the Lions next time.
Yeah, you get them then. Yeah. Oh, they're all hanging their heads out. Oh, we still lost.
No, like when
Don't
they go to
worry,
bed at
Chad.
night and he's like haunted
Yeah.
that the Lions beat them.
Don't worry,
Yeah, don't
Tom.
worry.
You'll get him again.
got it.
You'll see him in the playoffs.
Yeah, don't worry.
When it matters the most.
Yeah. You want me to write a song about it? You want me to have someone write a song about it? I'll have someone write a song about it. I have the money. You have the money. We have the money.
How about you just come in the booth with me and you record it yourself?
Did you? Oh, I just seen a thing that apparently when she plays shows and like appears at places, she shows up in like this crazy blacked out box.
Yeah, she
So
shows.
no one can see her show up at places.
Bro, they do that all the time. They had her leave one of the first games she went to at Arrowhead there or whatever.
Yeah.
She left in like a popcorn cart. That's
Yeah,
like
that's
she's
exactly-
known.
it's
She's
like a
known for
janitor's
that.
closet.
She's known for that. Yeah, that's what she does.
And they also, I seen a thing where they had this girl who looked like Taylor Swift go to Disneyland, and the chick almost, like, she said she was scared for her life. She got so bombarded. Imagine living life like that.
No.
Fuck that shit, man.
I know. I seen a freaking thing. She was on some show or whatever, and she was like, they were asking her like, who's like everywhere she goes, they're like, she's like, paparazzi's nuts, but she's like, New York is the best because she's like, they stay on the other side of the street. She's like,
They're used to it.
She's like, they snap their photos,
Yeah.
and
'Cause
she's
they're
like,
used
and
to
they
it.
People are
ride
used to
away.
celebrities in
Yeah.
New York
In
and
certain
Hollywood.
And they ride
places
away
like
on,
that.
Like she's like other places, like she's like it's scary at times, and like that I would be like, that's like I understand, get your photo or your quote or whatever from her, but fucking she's just
why-
trying to go to the store.
That's
to
why
get
you got to
something.
come off as a loose cannon, so people are like,
Yeah.
you look at him.
Back the fuck up.
Yeah. But could you see her doing that? Like
You
someone
like Chris
Taylor
Jericho, where he punches a bitch in the head.
Yeah. Like I heard Owen
Justin
Wilson.
Bieber, like, what?
I heard Owen Wilson one time just came out of a hotel and just sprinted down the street. Because there was, it's full speed running down the street so paparazzi couldn't fucking follow him
That's
or something.
funny.
Like,
That's funny.
It's like Wayne's World. The chicks is riding her.
Highway.
Hits
Yeah.
the car, but he's running away from
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Fucking
a gun
hits
rack.
him, pops up.
Well, even like the day I saw Spenny from Kenny vs. Spenny,
What a funny show.
my first reaction was like, "Oh damn, there's Spenny!" But like you'd see the fucking look on his face. It's like, "Oh, fuck. Now everyone sees me." And right away I was like, "Oh fuck, I should have done that." Like I should have just kind of been like walked up and been like, "Hey, blah blah blah" or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I live and learn. When I worked backstage at the Offspring concert when they played in fucking Caesars Windsor, which was a really cool event, and they walked by one time and like everyone else was kind of just like real shy, and I was just like, oh fuck, great, good luck out there, and like they gave me a little wave or whatever, and like people were looking at me like, oh, but like when it comes to that, it's like I'm not gonna fucking lose the chance to say good luck to a sweet band that I've grown up listening to. And then when they came off, Willie was in the bathroom at the time too, so I was like, oh, you fucking missed the lead singer, he walked right by you, dumbass. It was funny. He's like, oh fuck. So when they came back through, a couple more people said something to him and shit. No, it was cool. It was a cool experience being like a roadie for their backstage. We like filled up a bunch of transport trucks with their whole fucking stage setup and shit. And then they invited me back to their camper afterwards. And, I thought things were getting a little personal, so I left.
Oh, he did his jaw stretches.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they were getting their dick sucked, or you sucked a dick?
No comment.
Oh. So both.
That's dark.
They were getting their dick sucked, and you sucked a dick.
Let's just say, I saw their tour bus.
Oh
I
shit!
gave him a demo of the old "Ignore the Evidence."
I'm getting old, boys.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That would
Anyways.
be, dude. That's like Ellenberger, like, right? He used to work at like Caesars as a guard.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
where it was
like,
at.
Yeah, and he was like, I used to walk everybody to the stage, so he'd go up to the fucking suite or whatever. And he's like, you would not believe some of the people I've stood like right next to.
Yeah, that's
He's
sick,
like,
man.
He's like, ask him about it, talk to him.
Where does he work now?
The Crown
Seagram's?
Royal Factory or whatever in Amherstburg. What's
Yeah.
it called again?
I think
Diageo.
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 Yeah. Diageo's.
Yeah, he works there.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's fucking.
Which is a good job, too.
He's told me some cool fucking.
No, that is cool.
about-
So we were backstage and they have this huge like pillar that's maybe like 6, 7, 8 feet in diameter, and anyone who plays a show there signs it, right? So you're going, you're seeing like Weezer, Rivers Cuomo, you're seeing fucking like they had a lot of crazy, Diana Ross, fucking, Bare Naked Ladies, and we're just going around looking at. It was cool seeing that backstage side of things. And we even like so we got hired just to do like after the show stuff. So as soon as the show's over, like we help out with packing up all the shit, right? But we were allowed to go there before the show started and like pretty much just sit there and watch the show from the backstage, which actually sounds amazing because you don't get that loudness that could hurt your ears. You're just hearing it kind of clean. Yeah. And the way that the videos are projected, it's almost like a reverse image. So it's actually projected to us forwards or backwards and then out to the crowd forwards kind of thing. So it was a cool experience that me and Willie did, and you know what I mean. I'd definitely do it again.
How stoned were you back there?
Not too crazy stoned. Like I didn't like it was a new thing that I just signed up through Facebook or whatever. It was like anybody who wants to help out, like because we had to also like go in and sign a contract and go through security because it's like an independent company that gets hired to do it, and it was cool. So I didn't want to go in fucking reeking, but I was definitely stoned. I mean, I'm always stoned.
It's fucking Charlie Bondi.
Yeah. And when I say visits to the bathroom, I don't mean, for,
Jerking
relief purposes.
I get it.
Yeah. We do drugs sometimes.
Yeah.
That's back in the day, though.
Yeah. You guys seen there was a arrest made
for this fucking Sweet Chin Music on the Ice?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was, I forget what's the
charge.
Did a coach
Conspiracy to manslaughter, I believe.
Did a coach not say he was like reckless or something?
Well, the word we use for his style of play was reckless.
Did they ever say he ever tried to Sweet Chin Music?
Apparently.
He's like the real life Happy Gilmore. I want to take my skate off.
Apparently he did it in the past, or there was a play in the past that was similar to that one. Obviously not as bad, right? But
that's
I thought at first, like, okay, the cops are just doing their normal thing because someone passed away, so you would have to investigate, right? But no, and then they fucking said he was arrested, and then this and that, and I'm like, holy fuck.
So he's 28, I believe, the kid?
The guy was 29 who passed.
No, the guy who did it.
Oh, yeah, I think they're around the same age.
Yeah.
Fucked.
That was fucking...
And yeah, if you see the video, I mean, it does seem like one of those things like, oh, for sure the guy should be arrested, but everybody knows in court it's what you can prove and the intent you can prove. But the one thing you can say is if he's done something crazy like this before, that goes a long way.
There's a lot of shit. I agree that, like, when it comes to throwing hands and a lot of shit, I think it should be left on the ice and people shouldn't get charged for that stuff. But the shit like that, like where somebody loses their life, should be automatically looked at as...
Yeah, definitely.
Until you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, he was...
So I do think I read that he made bail, which, I mean, I'm sure he...
So...
And it's England also, so, like, their courts are a lot different, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even Canada, like, Canada's courts are fucked up. Super lenient with a lot of shit.
Yeah, so Matt Petgrave is the one who hit him. He's 31 years old.
Remarks.
I'm trying to see how much
intentional are deplorable. I don't know. Looked pretty.
He says it
intentional
was 100% accident. But still, like...
Did anyone ask him why his leg was that high?
When no one is near you and your foot is that high up or you kick somebody in the face, what the fuck? Did he lose an edge that hard? Are you that much of a plug
the only
that you
way
can't skate?
that I thought that his skate maybe could have
crazy.
gotten that high was
If he got
if
hit.
he got hit like on the hip and it kind of
Yeah.
shot him around.
Yeah.
But
But
there's no one near him.
but that's
He
what I
didn't
mean.
get hit either.
But that's
he
what I mean.
lunged it. He lunged at one guy while sticking his. It's like when those guys skate by another guy and they kind of stick their knee out. It's almost that same thing, but instead of sticking his knee out, he put
Yeah.
his foot up.
So neck guards are now mandatory, obviously, over there.
While we're on the topic of that shit, I fucking went into the boards real hard on Sunday. I don't know if you were watching by any chance or.
No, I was in the room
I
drinking
was
beer.
chasing down fucking Better, and we were both going pretty much full speed. And like I'll say right now, that kid's got some wheels.
Yeah, he can
Yeah.
skate.
So, anyways, I feel like I go to kind of reach and do this, and I feel like I lost something. So I'm like, oh, I'm going down, fuck, and I'm telling him so he doesn't get taken down. And the ice was fresh,
Oh, so
and
he
I'm
was-
going, I'm flying. But luckily, I'm kind of like ass and feet first, so I was able to get my feet up and fucking
hit on your ass.
yeah, like spring it. And everyone stopped, like, are you all right? I'm like, no, I'm good. I got up and I was fine, but
Charlie
I
gets out,
fucking
grabs
was
the puck, shoots it
flying.
in the net.
I literally did kind of like pass it, and then we went out the other way. I don't think I scored after, but no, it was fast, and I was fucking scared for a couple seconds. I'm like, I need to fucking slow down.
yeah,
Like,
I don't. Yeah,
it's not worth it, yeah.
dude.
But it's like when me and Chris are out there, it's like we
Yeah.
have a little like
well, yeah.
battle, like camaraderie type of thing, right?
Do we play you this week coming up?
Yeah, I
we
think
do.
so. Yeah.
Oh boy.
You better watch out. 'Cause we're on a win streak. 1.
So are we 9?
Really? 9 in a row?
I think so.
Damn, man.
We're doing
Like,
okay.
You know,
The thing
we
is,
played
though,
well, and
we
like I
s-
said, Kevin had coming to the team. It's,
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
score goals though. That's
Cobber unfortunately couldn't make it this week, so
he
you
fucking
know, that is what it
hacking
is.
at everybody. Dude, taking face-offs against him sucks.
Yeah,
Cause
like
he's
as a
fucking,
center.
Yeah,
Well, why doesn't he play center?
I don't know, but he'll fucking chop the shit out of you
Yeah.
in the face-off circle. He don't care. He'll carve your eye out without blinking.
Yeah,
Who's that?
Cobber.
He's literally the oldest guy in the league, bro. Last year I called him No Neck because he fucking was literally out there like this, and he's got those graph skates with those weird like
Yeah.
circles that make the noise. That's like, oh man, I didn't even know his name until he's on my team, and then I was like, oh, it's that guy, old No Neck. He's literally like a skeleton. He's a skeleton out there, man. But
That's so
apparently,
funny.
yeah, he likes to use his stick. But
yeah.
oh man. What's this guy on it? Chris Orniff, man, on their team? Or
Orton,
whatever?
yeah.
Dude, he doesn't even play the puck sometimes.
No, he'll just hit you.
Oh, he grabs you, grabs your stick, hooks you. Fuck, he doesn't play the puck. I'm like, I'm looking at the ref like there's at some point where he has to try and play the puck before until you should call a penalty. Like, come on.
Fuck. 1 week, the one guy kept grabbing my stick in front of the net. I kept saying to the ref, like, how am I supposed to, I'm going to shoot. I can't put my stick fully on the ice because someone had. So
Yeah.
the one time I went to do it, and the ref was looking too, and he went to do it, and I just let go of my stick. The guy was fucking holding on to my stick.
Yeah. That's what I should do.
And I looked at the ref, his arm just goes up.
Yeah.
I'm like, see,
Yeah.
I don't know what else you want me to do. Like,
Well, fucking that new guy Jordan that's in our league there, that's
Mhm.
on Chris's team,
Mhm.
and then Ty got into it for a sec. So Ty's dad came around, and they were getting into it. And Ty's dad wasn't doing nothing but kind of holding him, stick here, holding him, and Buddy was getting frustrated. And then sure enough, when it's all said and done, Ty's dad turns around, fucking whack right on the shin pads. Ref looking right there, me watching the ref, and no call, which is just yes, it shouldn't have been called because this guy's fucking being a dickhead. And even the ref came over and was like, "Oh, you hit him in the shin. You didn't hurt him." Oh, no, but it was a blatant fucking
I didn't see
lumberjack hack on his feet.
That's funny.
Yeah, like how do you not call that? I mean, I understand it, and Muzz is Muzz, right? And if anything, he should have called both of them, but I don't know.
There was a few of them. I'm trying to think who it was. I don't know, but one of the refs, I think it was Abbott when fucking he was in the league. No matter what you did to Tommy Abbott, he would not call a penalty. So we were
that sucks,
some
too.
guys were all out hitting
Yeah.
Tommy. I watched I forget who it was, but there was a guy in the league. But Tommy Abbott got mad at this guy, and he's a smaller guy, but he's super strong on his skates. But he hit this guy right on the center ice dot, like meant to hit him.
Slayed him.
Oh, and it was like after the game or whatever, he's grabbing a stick off the bench because we're in the same bench. I just looked at him. I didn't say anything, and all he does is winks at me and smiles. I'm like, you dirty bastard.
Yeah.
but I knew what he was doing. But I
Yeah.
was like, Tommy will set you straight.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
And we know, like, I don't get a lot of calls.
Neither do I.
Yeah. Which I wouldn't expect to. But some of them, it's
I've
like,
been trying to
come
get
on,
this
man.
guy to fucking come out and play.
It'll happen. We got a relentless team. I said, if I'm
Never.
taking over fucking Red, we're getting Flames jerseys eventually. Next chance we get.
Yeah. I don't know how we would do that, but anyways, let's get off of that fucking topic. Milan Lucic.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? So he was arrested.
Speaking of ex-Flames.
It was Friday night. He
Domestic.
was heard yelling at his wife, and apparently the rumor is that he choked her or whatever. But so he is on a indefinite leave right now from Boston. Do you think they're going to terminate his contract?
Apparently they can, eh?
Yes.
I think they'll hang out and see what the evidence is first before they terminate it. They're not going to do it too soon.
My question was like kind of like that. Was it because he got a little physical with the fucking
He was
cops?
hammered. He was hammered.
You know.
Hammered.
But especially if you're known as an enforcer in the league, it
First
looks
thing the cops are
real
gonna
bad
do
on
is,
you. It looks real bad on the league.
Yeah. Well,
So
this isn't the fucking NFL. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's racist.
No, but
I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying a lot of the shit like that is a lot of the times it's NFL because those guys get paid so much fucking money.
The NHL players are known for more their sexual discrepancies,
Yeah.
not so much
Pretty
physical.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're not going to beat you. They'll just rape you.
Yeah, that's just no, not funny at all.
No, but it's fucking I don't know, man.
Kind of funny.
Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh yeah.
Chicago what cocks?
Yeah, Chicago touch my cocks.
So
Hey, wonder why they drafted the young man named Connor.
I heard that fucking Nylander might end up there.
yeah, but who's gonna go back to the Leafs though? Because you're not gonna he's not gonna go there and
Isn't
freaking
his deal
free
coming
agency. Toronto's not just gonna let him walk. They're not just gonna get nothing for him.
You think
If something like that happens,
So
they're gonna trade.
Is he a free agent at the end of the year?
I believe so.
But
yeah.
he's probably got a no trade clause, no?
Might not have it in his last year of the deal. A lot of guys are like that,
Yeah.
so that way you don't know.
Yeah.
Or they might tell him, "Hey, if we can't come up with a
Remember
deal,
even
then
last
give us
time,
a list of fucking
It was
teams."
hard for them to come up with a deal. He missed
he missed
quarter of
the
a season
first
because
quarter
of
of the
it.
season, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would seem like he probably was like, no trading. You
He's
can't
the
trade.
most fucking
But he
consistent
ripped
one
it
right
up
now.
over on the global right now.
He scored
Oh, he
2
ripped it
overtime goals.
Yeah.
He beat the Wings and he beat Minnesota.
Yeah.
In overtime, I think he had 4 points in 2 games or
Oh, he
something
did
like
well.
that.
Detroit traveled all the way across the world to lose twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they lose twice?
Yeah,
Good
they
games
lost. Yeah,
though.
they lost to Ottawa too.
How'd Ottawa do?
Was that in a
We won
shootout?
both.
Was that in a shootout?
No, we won in
Overtime,
overtime.
last
2
fucking
seconds.
second, but he
Oh, yeah.
batted it in.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That was an amazing
yeah, that
goal.
was yeah.
Timmy
You can't,
Stu.
The way he's like, the way it went so high, and then he just
he
came
just
down.
waited for it.
And it hit his blade too, right? Not
Bro,
even his
he
shaft or nothing.
Wired
Yeah, that
that.
was awesome.
He hit that.
The
clean.
goalie ducked.
Picked.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like he shot it.
yeah.
He picked it clean. I seen one like that. It was a couple years ago. It was Crosby, and he fucking literally took a shot. The goalie made a blocker save, and as he was skating by, fucking smacked.
Whacked
And
it
he was
in.
at like the hash marks
Yeah.
when he smacked it, and he did it on the backhand,
Yeah.
and it was fucking in. And I was like, "You motherfucker!"
Crosby's had some
He's
unbelievable
greasy.
goals.
He is
His
greasy.
one-handed backhand top cheddar.
Yeah,
one
that
he
shit
did,
was crazy.
probably best goal ever scored.
What's crazy too is
behind that one that they always play? Fucking was it Bobby
Yeah.
Orr?
Yeah.
The diving one. or
What's
whatever?
wild,
the Mario
too,
Lemieux
is-
one too is really good.
his fucking vision on the ice
Oh,
to
yeah.
where like some
And
of
he's
the
still doing
passes
it.
that
he just got a
makes.
hat trick. He was
I
like
know,
one of the oldest
yeah.
guys to get a hat trick.
Yeah, he's insane. Yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah,
still,
you do run a hockey podcast, right?
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
once in a while.
You do?
Yeah,
Do you?
once in a while.
Hat trick hockey, check it out.
Or not? He doesn't. He doesn't
We
post.
seem,
Now you
on
have
it.
to
no,
plug
we,
us
we
on
seem to be
yours.
doing this fucking
Now you have
more.
to plug us on.
Yeah, now you got to plug us on yours.
Fuck.
Pinned him
Pussy ass
again.
boy.
Got him.
Got him.
Check out Hat Trick Hockey Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Please
there
do.
you go.
For every new follower to Hat Trick Hockey Podcast, he has to say our name, Relentless.
Yeah.
On this podcast.
Is there anything in the wrestling world? Because normally I know we always touch on.
There was
that.
just
I thought we were gonna wrestle
There's
later.
just a PPV on Saturday. It was pretty
Who
good.
did it?
AEW.
AEW. Oh yeah, I saw
interesting
fucking
matches?
what's his face contained his title or retained his title.
Contained it.
Your favorite.
That's a Ricky.
Your favorite cocksucker there. With
Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
MGW.
MJF.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he's a fucking beauty.
He was crying. He was crying.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What did I say though? Contained his title.
He contained
that
it.
is a
Contained
Ricky bro.
Yeah,
Contained it.
yeah. Let's
Liquor
just water
works.
under the fridge though. Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it was alright though. It was a good pay-per-view.
Oh, so it
Yeah.
already happened, or it's
It was on
upcoming?
Saturday. It happened.
Yeah. So was it like a triple threat match he did, or
No, it was just them.
Did he lose?
no? He won.
MJF
He
won.
did.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Moxley lost. It was a good match. There was a Texas Death Match, Swerve Strickland versus Hangman. It was
How
fucking
long are
bloody.
they gonna let Roman Reigns fucking hold these
Ever.
belts
God.
here?
Ever.
They can't ever.
Until somebody believable comes along that can beat
That's
him.
the
There's
problem.
nobody on the roster that is believable. Cody, as much as everyone's like, oh,
Yeah,
Cody, finish. Roman's been smashing dudes.
Even if LA Knight wins it, it'll be for like a
They-
week, and then he'll lose it
they,
back.
Yeah.
they won't do that.
But he's actually bigger than Roman.
I
looked at him. I was like, "Holy fuck, LA Knight's a pretty big dude."
They fucking
Yeah,
they
he's
built
jacked.
it. Now it's just at the point now.
What
It's
kind
like,
of
who's gonna come?
what
They
kind of
need
guy do
another
you
Brock
think?
Lesnar. It's like, to me, who beats Brock Lesnar clean? Nobody fucking
You need
does.
somebody like a Brock.
No, but like who though? Who in the wrestling world could come in?
Who do
and
I
take-
think could beat him right now in WWE? Fuck, I don't even know.
Just anybody in the wrestling world right now who would be a guy that you think that would be good to come in and take over
Yeah.
a belt?
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
That's the true problem. And Uso can't do like that little thing.
It's got, in my opinion, the way it goes.
He can't win cleanly.
It has
to be
be Jay.
So is Roman working heel right now, or
Oh,
face?
he has.
How
Been,
about the
yeah.
He's heel.
trailblazing?
So that's another
Eyebrow
hard thing,
raising.
right? Because Roman can't lose cleanly, but he's a heel, and faces don't beat people uncleanly. So how do you work that, right? Because
Yeah.
uncleanly is like, oh, if I hit you with a chair when the guy's not looking and then beat you. Faces aren't supposed to do that. Heels are supposed to do that.
Yeah, but they can.
So
turn.
unless he did a double turn, they could
can
do a
turn.
double turn.
What about bringing back the 64-year-old Brock to
Man, The Rock to me,
That
but
shit-
again, it would be temporary. It'd be for a
Trailblazing.
week.
eyebrow
Is he
raising?
64?
No, I don't know.
I was like,
just
Jesus
saying that.
Christ.
It'd
was
be
just saying
like,
that.
it'd be for a week, and then they'd give it back to him. Or
No, I want to see someone like. I want it to be. Well, it has to be someone big, like we're
yeah.
It's got to be someone like, I don't know, man.
like
Honestly.
Ric Flair coming back. Woo!
He's in AEW.
I know, isn't
Ric
that
Flair's
fun?
fucking.
He's on
so
tour
old.
with Sting right now. He took a bump on Saturday. He fucking comes up.
His last
He's
match
like
was
chopping.
disgraceful.
Who was he chopping? It was in the Sting match. It
Was
was
there
like
woos every chop?
oh yeah, a crowd
Bro, I
loud
did
as
just
fuck.
see.
Woo,
I
woo.
did just see a little
And
promo
then
he cut
somebody
with
came
Maven.
and Christian. It was the Edge because Edge
Oh.
was in the match with Darby Allin and Sting, and Christian Cage is like
Okay.
the best heel in wrestling right now,
How
which
old
is
is Ric
Christian.
Flair?
Old.
70, 80.
So I just seen.
But anyways, he comes up and fucking just levels Flair when he's not looking, just destroys him.
Dude, his final quotations match is fucking depressing.
Did you see that shit? He
Oh.
he admitted that he
fucking
passed
terrible.
out a couple times.
Terrible.
They thought he
Flair's
died.
74 years old.
They thought he died.
Yeah, people were just so upset.
Christian fucking laid him flat on Saturday.
It's like I haven't taken a bump in
He's like-
bump in
it's
6
like,
months. I'm good for one.
woo, woo, he's chopping people.
But I just seen a
They're
promo
just
with him and Maven.
blindsided.
We were on our way here, and I was watching a promo with him and Maven, and Maven's talking shit to him about a match, and Ric Flair's just like, "I've got more world championships than you've had ladies in your life." Woo! So funny.
He's fucked.
He's the best.
He's fucked.
But yeah, he's in no shape to fucking wrestle. Like,
His
come
heart
on.
stopped like 12 times.
They talk about having the best doctors in the world. Like, get these guys a fucking.
It's crazy to me is that
I'm surprised they
he,
don't have a
he still
WWE
looks the exact
nursing
same
home.
as he did in 2004
Oh yeah,
when he was in Evolution. He still
Yeah.
looks the same,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he just moves slower.
his hair's a bit thinner.
Bro, he looks exactly
yeah,
the same.
Yeah, but yeah, like I'm
Hulk
surprised they
Hogan-
don't have a wrestler's
Hey.
fucking.
Hulkster's fucking 70 now.
Hulkster's looking old too,
Bruh.
man.
Look at Vince.
Vince
Vince is looking like a fucking mob boss from Mexico.
He's got the cane
his
too.
Cane and his little pointy mustache.
Yeah, he's fucked.
Even
I seen
Taker,
that.
bro. They're getting old.
They're
man.
old, bro.
Yeah.
We're old.
Taker's doing that Dead Man or Dead
Look
Man
at them,
tour
like,
or
they look
whatever.
better than me. Fuck.
Taker's doing like a tour, like a show, like it's called Dead Man or
That's sick.
something like that, where he goes around. It's kind of like he would go, say he would go to like Windsor Casino, but he would just talk about matches and he's got shit laid out. He talks about, and then does like a Q&A and like, it's pretty dope.
So when we were at the last wrestling match, did you see the ad that had like Bret Hart on it, and it was like, oh, come see Bret Hart, and I think Scott Steiner was on the list, but I think it was one of those like they're not wrestling, you just kind of go there and sign and blah blah blah.
Come meet Perry Saturn.
When we were at
Remember
the BCW
Perry
thing,
Saturn?
I didn't see it.
No, you didn't notice it. It was right by the door. Because it was like kind of like, what the fuck is this? Are they wrestling?
It might be
like,
another signing thing like they did with Kurt
I
Angle.
think it was just a little like signing thing. No matching.
Isn't that his music?
Comes out with the
Bret
jacket.
Hart.
I saw a clip from him winning the U.S. title from fucking
WCW.
No, like he's old.
It
was
old.
recently, like not that recently, but a couple years ago.
WCW title?
No, it was WWF. He came back and he had Lance. Fuck.
Dude,
Sure that
we
wasn't-
need
I
to
swear
get,
to God, he
we
was
need-
wearing like a jersey and jean shorts.
bro. We need to get Rick on here.
Oh yeah, that was a long time.
Like
ago.
it was like alumni. It said WWE Hall of Famer comes back. And
So it was
wins.
probably
Where
Raw.
did he fucking win it
It's
from?
probably called Raw.
William Regal came out.
Oh
and-
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
William Regal.
Regal when he was in AEW, he was in AEW for a little bit.
It was definitely WWE.
He came in and started the Blackpool Combat Club and then left. And how he left was epic. He's the one that handed MJF
It's funny
because
because he was a big fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
But like looking at him, you think he's like
The crowd loves him. And it was funny because when he was
I hated him.
he was in an
always.
angle. He was in an angle, and when he was there, and Jericho says to him, "You better watch it, Regal. I'll just piss in your tea again." And he's like, "Oh, the crowd goes crazy."
It's like X-Pac used to be known as the guy who always shit on people's shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
shit on their bag, take a shit right on top
Yeah.
of their bag,
Who did that?
like a dog.
X-Pac.
X-Pac.
He was known.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was known to be the like if you found a shit in your bag, it was most likely
Shave
from
your
X-Pac.
eyebrows off when you're sleeping on the plane.
Yeah.
Wake up, no eyebrows. That was when he
What
was
do they
the 1,
call
2,
him?
3 kid.
Jibs?
Huh?
They call him jibs, like on
Yeah.
fucking the podcast. They're like, oh, he did a jib when blah blah blah.
Oh no, a
this.
rib.
Rib, yeah, rib.
He fucking X-Pac was sleeping when he was the 1, 2, 3 kid. He's on TV the night after his big win, after he won the title and stole it from Razor Ramon with no eyebrows. They shaved him off. He won the title and then he went to sleep on the plane and woke up with no eyebrows. There's fun. There's like
That's
funny.
an epic match.
Yeah, look up,
That's
look
like
up,
top 10 match.
look up Google real quick. Look up 1, 2, 3 kid, no eyebrows.
So who shaved his eyebrows? Razor?
There's stories Bruce Pritchard talks about. There's a bunch of different people,
Yeah.
and that's what caused him to shit
Rumor
on the
and
bag.
innuendo.
That's what caused him to shit on the bag. It was like a whole thing.
What is
Yeah.
it? X-Pac.
There was 1, 2, 3 kid, no eyebrows.
Take a leak.
Are we just looking up photos?
Yeah, we'll just look this up quick and we'll wrap up here.
Wrap it. Always keep it wrapped, folks. Keep it safe. Thank you for listening to Relentless
He's
Podcast.
got no eyebrows.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, it was right
Oh
after.
my God.
Yeah, they shaved him off when he was sleeping on a plane.
But he was due to win the title the next
I
day.
think he already had the title. I think he won them.
Look at it. Look at that dude.
It's like right when they.
He was in a fucking porno movie with China.
Yeah, all
Look at
methed
that
out.
face. He doesn't look anything like
All
X-Pac.
methed out.
That mullet.
Here you go.
Mullets are like a thing now,
Yeah.
eh? I've seen some dirty mullets on
Oh, yeah.
kids.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, your parents don't know what they're doing to you.
Yeah, they do.
I look at those. I'm like, what a fucking beauty
You're
that
like,
kid is.
I drank a beer. Kids like,
I drank a beer. What? 2 beers.
All right, we're done here.
All right, you know what? Yeah,
We-
okay,
this
we're
is-
out. This is where we're getting
No
off.
videos.
Yeah.
We've made it.
Yes, we made
But we
it.
gotta leave.
Yeah, so we're out of here. Until next week, we'll talk to you.
Love y'all.
Peace, bitch.